This is English shorthand dictation number 67 and the dictation speed is 140 words per minute. Ready? Start. Custodial violence has not been clearly defined under any law. It is often tactically approved as a means of getting information regarding a crime, the names of accomplices, or to extract confessions. Whenever questions are asked about the lack of strong laws on custodial torture in India, the standard reply is that existing laws are adequate to deal with this. The custodial deaths of a father and his son in Tamil Nadu have raised some serious questions. It is a case in which the police registered an FIR that puts the entire blame on father and son. The FIR states that when the beat police asked them to close their shop, they abused and prevented the constables from discharging their official duty and threatened dire consequences. It further said that they resisted arrest and started rolling on the floor, which caused their injuries. The Indian Evidence Act 1872 provides that a judicial officer is supposed to draw the presumption that judicial and official acts have been performed in an appropriate manner. The allegations in this FIR appear to be false and manipulated. This is substantiated from the videos that have given a different picture of the place, time, and circumstances of the arrest. There are news reports that there were multiple injuries on the bodies of both persons. Should such presumptions of law continue in favor of official acts? While these videos are doing rounds, doubts remain whether these will become part of the charge sheet. Will they be considered at the time of trial? In the past, many such pieces of evidence were either not included in the charge sheet or were not relied upon during the trial. The law offers some protection against custodial torture. It mandates that the person arrested must be produced before the nearest magistrate within a period of 24 hours of such arrest, and that he cannot be detained beyond this without the authority of a magistrate. The purpose of this law is that the magistrate would examine the condition of the accused and decide whether there is a fit case to extend the custody. If the news reports are true, the role of the magistrate who remanded the two to judicial custody raises a lot of questions. The magistrate allegedly did not meet the accused before remanding them to custody. He did not check if they were injured or whether they required any medical help. Reports also suggest that the magistrate passed the order for remand through video conferencing, during which he did not enquire about their condition. At the Kovilpatti sub-jail, a medical checkup of the two revealed serious injuries. Both were in a very bad shape, but rather than being sent to hospital, they were sent to jail. It was only when their condition deteriorated that they were sent to Kovilpatti General Hospital, where the youth died on June 22 and his father died next day. Questions remain as to whether the doctors in jail were incompetent or whether they did not send the two to hospital in order to protect the police. Breaking the bones of persons in custody is an institutional method allegedly favored by the Tamil Nadu police. Acting on a complaint against the Tamil Nadu police earlier, the National Human Rights Commission ordered a spot inquiry. The Commission's investigation team procured the health screening reports of 91 prisoners at the time of their entry into prison. The matter is pending before the Commission, the Law Commission of India, on the topic of injuries in police custody in 1984, suggested that in case a man suffers bodily injury or death while in police custody, the court may presume that the injury was caused by the police officer having custody of that person during that period. For some reason, 36 years later, even this has not been followed upon. by not enacting a proper law against torture, the police have been given a free hand. No quarter can be given to policemen who behave like criminals. The two men in Tamil Nadu died not just because of the torture they suffered, but also because of the apathy of the magistrate and doctors at the jail. The scene of the crime and other important facts appear to have been manipulated. Only a full inquiry into the sequence of events can reveal the truth. As the use of technology and the internet sees an inevitable rise amongst the younger generation, most parents are faced with a pertinent question as to how they can handle their kids' technology usage at home. During this period of lockdown, when children are homebound and compelled to use e-learning platforms for studying, parents are grappling with the issue of how many hours their child should be spending in front of a screen before it starts becoming counterproductive. According to psychologists around the world, a few early signs can go miles in helping parents identify if their child is beginning to develop an unhealthy relationship with technology. In the early signs, the kid replaces offline activities like playing, exercising, etc. with more screen time. He starts experiencing negative emotions after screen time. That may happen because he is feeling bullied or is unhappy as a result of spending a lot of time on social media or playing violent games, etc. He starts giving more time to devices, compromising on sleep and personal interactions or family time. To avoid a situation that goes out of control, some basic parenting guidelines can help parents establish ground rules right from the time their kids begin using technology. Establishing rules like nobody should be on their devices 2 hours before bedtime and during meal times can make kids aware that technology usage must not happen at the expense of time for physical activity and connecting with real people. Similarly, setting up screen-free zones like no mobile devices, computers and TVs in the dining room or bedrooms is a great way to ensure everyone gets tech breaks and family bonding time. Moreover, children should participate in formulating house rules because they are less likely to complain if they have a role in creating and establishing them. Adults, owing to their busy work schedules, often check their phones regularly or work late at night and surf the internet on their phones and computers. Child psychologists are of the opinion that parents must emulate the habits they want their children to pick up. Screen time should not always mean alone time. Co-viewing, co-playing and co-engaging with children when they are using screens encourages social interactions, bonding and learning. It also helps parents monitor the content kids are accessing and at the same time be updated about new technologies by learning from the tech-savvy generation. Another important piece of advice for parents and children alike is to not use gadgets under poor lighting. It could result in damaged eye nerves which may develop serious vision problems. Children, therefore, must be encouraged to use gadgets under natural lighting or in apt display modes on their devices as per the timing of the day. With the amount of information available on the internet today, children need guidance on how to evaluate authenticity and accuracy online, steer away from suspicious links, or share personal information on unknown applications and websites. Every time children follow a healthy technology schedule, parents should reward them with a book they want to read or a meal they love. This further encourages them to stay off gadgets when not necessary and feel rewarded for following good habits. One of the reasons why children resort to the use of gadgets increasingly is because they find it difficult to communicate with or confess to parents. This change can be brought by keeping all lines of communication open with kids and by encouraging them to share knowledge, feelings, and experiences openly. Part of communicating is also being transparent with children about the consequences of excessive use of technology. technology. A healthy approach to technology does not mean avoiding it completely. On the other hand, it requires a careful evaluation of different technology touch points in our lives. While persisting with those that bring value to our lives, we need to be ruthless at weeding out those that do not. Countless hours of social media might only end up making you more depressed, but reading an article on how to set boundaries for technology might just help you sleep a little better at night.